have Amanda Serrano that says she's coming back down. You know, she's got 2 belts. Then you also have Nina Minky. She's got the IBF belt. So which one of those matchups would you say entices you more, or you would like in your next matchup?
I think both of those fighters are great fighters. I know them both. So I would say I'm going after all the straps. It doesn't matter at what point, what period in time. I want all the hardware. And then, I want to go up to 130 too. Where them killers at? Those them dogs. Some dogs up there.
Hey, whoop his ass, champ. Yeah, man.
Welcome back to the Divine Hook podcast, guys. Today we're joined with Tima, myself, and WBC World Featherweight Champ Tiara Brown. 20-0, 11 KOs, coming off your first successful title defense of Emma Gongora. You got a UD win on the 20th of September. This is coming up actually on the 9-year anniversary of your pro debut, which was September 30th, so 4 days from now. But you've had a very extensive career. Even as an amateur, you were 3-time national title. You got gold in 2012, 2014, and 2015. You got gold at the 2012 IBA Women's World Championship, and then you added bronze in 2014. And then you later competed in the 2015 U.S. Olympic trials where you were supposed to go with Shields, but they didn't have any opponents. So you ended up making your pro debut and having a very long career, and now you're world champion. And I just wanted to congratulate you on all your success. And yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
absolutely.
Beautiful intro. And definitely, we just want to say, like, we're so happy to have you on here because, you
Yes.
are a female boxer. So it's nice to see women in the sport and joining us. So it's beautiful that you're here.
Yes.
Yes. Alrighty. So, Tara, congrats on your last win. We definitely tuned in to that fight, which was amazing. I definitely want to ask you, coming off that fight, it started off with Emma, taking, being dominant in those
Yeah.
first rounds, right? But then we did see a takeover happening with you. So tell us, like, how were you able to readjust and, just say, you know what, I'm going to get this win, regardless of knockout or not?
So that's the thing. We already knew how Emma was going to come out, right? Because I studied her, as if she was the only fighter on the planet. Because when I'm getting ready for a fight, I don't care who it is. I train for that specific person as if they are the number one. They are the best. And I'm going after whatever it is that they have. So that's my mentality already. So I already knew that she was a kickboxing world champion. She's very strong. She's actually a personal trainer. So I knew she wasn't a slouch. I knew she was game, right? And I also knew that she was going to come out the first few rounds in the same way that she did. And I was just letting her do that. I was just letting her let her do her thing a little bit. Because I knew she wasn't going to be able to maintain it. She wasn't going to be able to maintain it. Like after the second round, it was a wrap for her.
Yes, I mean we definitely saw that, and I know Elijah pointed out something. I think Elijah was at the left hook you were talking
Yeah,
about.
so I noticed it first in the Sky Nicholson fight. I'm a big fan of your lead hook. You kind of use it to like cut the ring off and like you kind of walk them into the punch. I don't see people use it like that very often. I'm very impressed with your skill set, your bag. You can definitely see that you're a veteran and that you have a high IQ. And I think that was the difference in this fight. You knew that she was going to come out fast. You waited her out. You made the adjustments, and then it was kind of just like you were just smooth sailing, full control the whole fight. It was a great performance, and I'm looking forward to see, what's next at featherweight. There's a lot of great matchups. You have Amanda Serrano that says she's coming back down. She's got two belts. Then you also have Nina Minky. She's got the IBF belt. So which one of those matchups would you say entices you more, or you would like in your next matchup?
I think both of those fighters are great fighters. I know them both. So I would say I'm going after all the straps. It doesn't matter at what point, what period in time. I want all the hardware. And then, I want to go up to 130 too. Where them killers at? Them dogs. Some
Oh,
dogs up there.
that's what we're talking.
And I'm trying to get all these belts at 26 and then go up, like all the other great fighters do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that would be amazing. I think a potential mashup with you and Bumgarner I think that's a super fight in women's boxing.
Yeah.
And man, that is something I would love to see. That would be incredible.
Speaking of that, with Tiara, I don't know if you've seen with Alicia trying to do 3-minute rounds. How do you feel about that?
I'm for it. I think if a woman wants to fight 3 minutes, that should be her right.
Yes.
When
Yeah.
I'm training, we train on 3-minute rounds. However, I do know why the WBC does not allow their women to fight 3 minutes. They fight 2 minutes. The WBC has spent millions of dollars just doing like with doctors and with different hospitals to see longevity, brain trauma and stuff like that. So I understand. It's like
Yeah.
they actually care about, hey, we don't want our men getting hurt either, but we don't want our women getting hurt as well. And that's why they stick to the 2-minute rule.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's good that you have an organization they have actually spent millions of dollars
Mhm.
Wow.
um just doing those things, and I think they don't get any credit for that, right?
Right.
They don't get
Yeah.
any credit for that, but at the end of the day it's because they care.
No.
um they,
True.
they care.
And like you said, like women, should exercise that right. If they want to do it, then that should be a decision that they could make. But I do love that because many people might have not even known about that. Like for them
Yeah,
to,
many people don't know.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
don't know, but that the WBC has spent millions of dollars on research studies for brain trauma, and
hmm
that is why they don't allow the women to fight 3 minutes, and they want them to continue the traditional 2 minutes. Now, I'm the type of fighter. Hey, we can fight for 5 minutes. What's up? That's just where I am because I love to compete. I love to
yeah,
fight.
exactly.
I'll spar 3-minute rounds, 15, 16, 17 rounds when I'm
Wow.
in training camp with guys. I'm not talking about slouches, tomato cans. I'm talking about
Mhm.
guys, professionals with undefeated records,
Right.
or amateurs that are between 126 and 135 with that are like ranked number one in the country. And
Mm,
that's just what I do. That's how I train. I don't take the easy route, beating up on sparring partners and stuff like that. You don't get good like that. You do
yeah.
not get good beating up on sparring partners, and then it shows during your fight.
Mhm.
So where do you get that hunger and that fuel for the sport? Because I could tell, like, you love to fight. So where did that come
um, you know, okay, I come from a really big family,
from?
right?
Mm.
My
Yeah.
great grandmother had 12 kids.
Oh wow.
So I have so many cousins, right? And just growing up in such a big family like that, we used to always fight each other.
hmm
We used to always fight each other. We used to always play football outside as kids, tag. We were rough as
Yeah.
kids growing up. Not like these kids now. These
They
kids
don't know
are
that.
watered down. These kids are watered down. They don't know nothing about red light, green light, about tag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Multiplayer. They don't know anything about that. Hide and seek. They don't
Yeah.
know anything about these games,
Exactly.
and
Mhm.
that's how I grew up as a rough kid. And so I love to fight. Not on the street. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those fighters that they're bullies outside of the ring.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
they talk back and forth with fans and tell them meet me up here. I'm not doing all that. I
Yeah. Yeah.
like competition uh, in sports.
Hmm.
I like
Mm.
fighting in the gym and in the sport of boxing, not out here telling somebody to meet me at the gas station like some people
Do
do.
something. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like nah.
I like that from you as a fighter because right now I would say there's a lot of tension going on between fighters and media. So that's good to see that that's your mindset going into it. My next question to you is what got you into boxing? As being a young woman, usually boxing's not on the first list of sports. But what inspired you to box and what got you into boxing?
So my thing was basketball. My
Mm,
Mm.
thing was basketball. Everyone in my hood, we played ball. We ran track. So I actually started going to the boxing gym because I had two older cousins that were boxers, and
mm.
I only went to the boxing gym to stay in shape for basketball, right? And I just started getting good, and the better I got, I'm like, I could do a little something, something, you know. And it's funny because when I was in college, I went to college on a 4-year full ride cross country and track scholarship.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so I was still boxing, right? And then it came to a point where my coach was like, hey, I'm paying for you to go to school. You're my runner. If you get hurt, I've invested all this money in you to come to this college. And so he banned me from boxing for a whole year, right? At least he thought he did. Like
You see
he
where she's
thought
You're
he
going.
not
did.
stopping me.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, I won't compete, but I never stopped going to the gym. He just didn't know. I just wasn't competing, but I never stopped boxing. No, I've been boxing since I was 13. I'm probably going to be boxing on my deathbed. I don't know. I might be like, doctor, pulling the speed back.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
what it goes time.
As you
Who
should.
knows?
So much passion behind it, especially when you talk about it.
Yeah,
And we love that. We love that. Because I know with the sport, it's really hard in sport. People think like you come into as a pro and you're making money off the bat when it's not like that. So
it is not like that.
yeah, you have to have the passion to stay in it because when you don't see that money coming in, that could just be your way of saying, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. I'm
Yeah,
just, fun, right? But you have this passion and you're like thriving in it. I mean, you won that champion, and I know you've been through, those trials and tribulations in your life, with the Olympics and everything. And now here you are, marking 9 years, and I'm just proud of you, honestly. And I always got to give that support to my women.
yeah, for
Always,
sure. For sure,
definitely,
for sure.
yeah.
So I do I'll be going to the gym in the next probably like as soon as we get off here, I'll be getting ready to go to the
Nice.
gym. We train like 14 kids. It's myself and another boxing coach, and we train, and they're mostly boys. Like we have 14 boys who are adolescents, from like 12 to 21, and yeah, we're their coach, we're their mentor, we're their other mom, we're their support system. So I'm doing my own personal training,
Mhm.
training the youth, and
Wow.
then I actually have a CMOS business. I own my own small business where it's health and wellness. I make CMOS drinks,
Nice.
CMOS jars, just capsules, detox, blood cleanser, stuff like that. I'm all about health and nutrition. I'm
Yes.
all about health and nutrition. People always ask me how old I am, and then when I tell them, they don't believe me.
The
I
same.
still get carded everywhere I go, and then I'm like, I eat right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Have
I'm a
to.
premium, like a premium car, right? I tell people
Yeah.
all the time, if you have a Jaguar or Benz or Lexus or whatever, Maserati,
Yep.
you cannot put unleaded fuel in that car.
Oh,
Yep.
91.
You're gonna ruin it. You're gonna destroy that car. It's no, no.
You're gonna
And you're
ruin the car. You gotta put premium in that thing. And
I
so
would
I
say
just put premium food and fuel into my body, and I try to promote that health and wellness, especially growing up in the hood, growing up in the society where mostly minorities are. We don't have healthy options. We have McDonald's. I'm not trying to get sued, but we have the,
I get it. Yeah.
McD's and all these other places, all these side stores and things like that, where we're not taught health and nutrition.
Mm.
We're taught junk food, and it's just, you're not going to be a supreme athlete for a very long time if you're putting junk food in your body.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, you make a good point because when you come from these type of communities, like all you see is like the little deli store,
Deli store, the hood store, you're drinking soda, kids are eating Takis, Skittles, all these things that now it's coming out where these things are causing ADHD,
the red
ADD,
dye.
diabetes, all these dyes, blood clots, just they're causing so many anger issues, emotional distress, acne, all over the face, the back, all these things that are in our neighborhoods, right?
Yes, of course. There's no access to fresh produce or protein or
Nope.
anything because all the other stuff is cheap, so it's accessible, and unfortunately, that's what they end up,
Yep.
going for, and which really is sad. But you do make a really good point because health is wealth. Like,
Health is wealth. Get your CMOS. Health
yes,
Yeah.
is wealth.
Where can I find the CMOS at?
yeah.
Or you could just, if you send me like, I'm actually making a new menu today.
Oh, nice.
Because different fruits are seasonal, so I always have to redo things. But if you send me messages, I do shipping all across the United States, and
Wow.
yeah, we can get it in now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be getting some. So be on the
Let's
lookout.
go, bro. I already look young enough, but I won't keep looking
I
younger.
mean,
It's funny for you. I didn't believe it when he told me like how old you were. I was like, no,
eh,
she's not. I'm
I'm
thinking like one.
I'm 27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are. You are.
You look 27 in the ring.
Yeah, you did. Yes,
Listen, when your girl, I know you're a Sky fan. I know, and it's fine. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
told you. I told you. After that fight, I said, look, she got that dog in her. I can't hate at all. I just
But
can't.
listen, when
It's
she
a
said I
classic.
was old, she said I was old. I said,
Oh, no, no, no. That don't mean nothing, baby.
me?
Nothing.
Hey,
I said,
No,
okay, we're gonna see.
that's what I'm saying. Hey, look, Elijah will tell you, skills pay the bills,
yes,
and
they
honey, you
do.
brought the skills to the
Age
ring.
is nothing but a number if you are eating properly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly right. No, exactly.
The next question I wanted to lead into. So you're a person of many talents, as the viewers can see at this point. Um, I wasn't aware, and I learned this through Tima, that you were a police officer before.
Yes, 7.5
Could you
years.
Wow. Could you speak on that a little bit and how you got into becoming a police officer and then how you eventually transitioned into becoming a boxer?
So I was boxing my whole life since I was 13. So I was always boxing, but I went to college and studied criminology and criminal justice. So I have my bachelor's degree in those two fields. And
Wow.
just growing up where I grew from, growing up where I'm raised from, I always wanted to know the law.
Mm,
You know, and it's good to know the law so you can know what people can and cannot do to you, because some people will use and abuse their authority because they know you don't know.
yes, yeah, that's what
They
we
know
said.
you don't know the law.
Mhm.
But I never set my eyes on becoming a police officer. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a U.S. Marshal,
Oh,
right?
oh,
Wow.
Because like
Big
U.S. Marshals,
dreams.
they don't go after like petty criminals. They go after people who are, I'm talking about, you're demonic. You're kidnapping people, you're raping people on a large scale. Like they go after the worst of the worst bad guy. And when you're a kid, you want to be that person that goes after the bad guy, right? Like you want to be that person. Like I'm going to get the bad guy. That's why we have these idols, Batman,
yeah.
Superman, Black Panther, Wonder Woman, cuz they go after the bad guy. Um so eventually I became a police officer because at the gym that I was training at in DC, a lot of cops came there to train, right? So I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
I might as well. I have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Why not? And then I fell in love with being a police officer. They called me officer friendly because I was always there for the community, right? Because the community I serve, I look like them, they look like me. I know their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
I can show sympathy and empathy because I know their struggles I was from the same place, where they're from. I know what it feels like to not have,
Right.
to struggle, to be looked down upon just because, of where you're from and how you speak and how you look. I know about all the stereotypes. And I was so good at my job that out of 3,000 police, I was awarded Officer of the Year.
That's
Wow.
an amazing achievement.
Congrats.
And I am
That's
still to this day the first and only African American to receive that award. African
wow.
American female to receive that award.
Look at,
You're
oh
just
my gosh.
breaking barriers across
Yeah.
all different
Love it.
avenues of life. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, we need that. We really need that. Especially in today's society, where what I wanted to bring up was, the social media, right? You're a big rising star. I mean, everything has happened. Um, since you won that belt against Sky Nicholson, there was a lot of heavy criticism online. So I just want to ask you, because I feel like women, especially like women of color, Black women, we're always held to higher standards, right? On how we carry ourselves and the way we say things, everything, it's looked differently. So how do you handle now being in that limelight? How do you handle the criticism and how do you take care of your mental health going through this?
So that's a very great question, and I'm glad that you asked it because a lot of people don't know. Like social media shows you what you want, what they want you to see, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
And that's just period.
Mm-hmm.
Like leading up to the Sky Nicholson fight, right? When we did the face-offs,
Mm-hmm.
um, like they didn't show the initial face-off me and her had where I was in the car, she was, I don't know where she was. We had
Yeah.
our initial face-off through Zoom because she was I don't know where she was at, but I was in DC. We were very respectful to each other, right? But then they show when I was in Australia, and the first face-off we had when we were outside, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm talking to her, talking, and even the one where the actual face off for the weigh-in, where I'm talking, and I'm in her face, because for 2 whole years I was cyberbullied
Mm.
online by her fans, right?
Wow. Okay.
They would call me nigger.
Mm.
They would call me transvestite. They would tell me I need to go back to Africa. Sky is going to be my slave master. They would say things like, all you're good for is eating watermelon and drinking Kool-Aid, and
Yeah.
you're just a monkey and you look like a baboon, and just a lot of things for two
Yeah.
Shouldn't
years.
be said.
And in that period, she never checked her fans, although I knew that she saw what they would say because there were points where I would screenshot,
Mm.
especially on Instagram. And then you know how you can go and look to see who's seen your stories, right?
Yeah.
So I had plenty of that. So you couldn't tell me you didn't know what they were saying because you did. You
Hmm.
Yeah.
did. She did. And she never, me, I'm not for that. If you go back, you'll see me telling people like, this ain't it. Don't do that. Like, I'm not with that.
Mm.
That
I'm
shouldn't
not
even
with
how
that.
you want to be treated.
And
Right.
so for just going through this for 2 years, and then her telling me I'm irrelevant, I'm old, I'm slow, I'm trash. You've never done anything for the sport of women's boxing. This is all things that she said out of her own mouth. Like, I won a gold medal.
Hmm.
I was ranked number one in the world. I was ranked number one in the country. I held my country on my back for a mighty long time when it came to getting gold medals for Team USA.
Hmm.
So for her to say I've never done anything for the sport of women boxing, it hurt, it hurt. But
Oh.
people always want me to take the high road, right? They
Yeah.
always want the Black woman to let anyone say what they want to me. But then
Mm.
when I put my foot down and then I start speaking up for myself like I did in those face-offs,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's ghetto, she's ratchet. Um, she is just, she doesn't know how to talk. This is all the stuff that they were saying. Why? Because I'm in her face saying,
Hmm.
keep that tenacity. What's up with all the stuff you were saying all this time?
Mm-hmm.
Stand on business. Yeah, I never once called her name. I never once cursed. I never once put my hand on her. I didn't do any of these things that we've seen these other boxers do. And they get
Mhm.
praised for it. I never did any of that, yet I got dogged through the comments, right? I got dogged through the certain podcasters. And it hurt because where were y'all to stand up for me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, we have girls who have pushed each other, slapped each other, cussed at each other. We have men who have actually fought on stage and
Yeah, the
they
applause.
get they get oh, they're passionate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get the she's ghetto.
Mhm.
You can tell where she's from. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know how to talk well. She's ignorant. They don't get any of that.
Right.
They
Yeah.
don't they don't get they don't. They don't get into that. You know?
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's very sad. That's why I'm very I'm the people's champ. I
Mm-hmm.
love my fans. I'll do anything for my fans. After the fight, the WBC representative put the WBC hat on me. As soon as I got out, there was a crowd of boys and they were going insane. And I took off my hat and I threw it to them like, yeah, it's for the fans.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Because
You know, it's for the fans. I love my fans because they fill me with joy and love and energy. Like, yeah.
Orders.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely. So, how have you been able to take care of your mental health now moving forward? Because haters are always gonna come. You're doing
For
good. That's
sure.
it allowed. That you could do the greatest, right? But like, how are you taking care of your mental health just to make sure like none of this is gonna knock you down? Because you're doing great. You're doing amazing. And so, like, how are you been taking care of your mental health?
You know, I learned that social media is what it is. Don't let it get on and get off. Get on and get off. I think I'm a very grounded person. People are gonna hate you and people are gonna love you. And that's just what it is.
Yep.
I'm a Christian. People hated Jesus. Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
If they hated Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
they're definitely gonna hate me.
Yeah,
So
like, who are we?
who am I? And for a long time I would try to make everybody like me, right?
Yeah.
I've always been that person, I was that person. I always want to try to do for everybody because I want everyone to like me. Like, oh, you need this? Okay, I can do it.
Mm.
Oh, you need help with that? Okay, let me help you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always that person because I always wanted to be liked. But at the end of the day, people aren't going to like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For instance, I had dreadlocks. They were really long.
Mm.
Oh, she looked like a boy. Oh, is that a man? Blah, 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 blah. I cut my dreads. I cut my dreads that I loved. I cut my dreads.
Right.
I got shorter hair. Oh, she looked like a boy.
Still, it's the same. You don't win. You don't win.
That's trans. That's a transgender. That's a just blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
Mm-mm.
do you?
Yes. At the end, they do you. Do
Yeah.
you?
Do you? Like, I'm very
Nobody will love you better than yourself.
fluid. Like, I'm very tomboyish. If I want to look girly, I look girly. If I want to be tomboyish, I'm tomboyish. It's me and what I like. I go to the gym, I work out every single day, all day, and then I watch anime all day long. That's all I
Mhm.
do. My coach, he's always yelling at me. He's like, "You're so animated. You act just like those anime characters you be watching." And then I'm like, "Yeah." But
What?
it's my personality. It's my personality. I remember being in college, right? And I was a freshman. And then this girl, she was a junior, and she tells me, like, why do you act like that? We were in the same class. She's like, why do you act that way? Why do you act so goofy, right? And it did what? It hurt my feelings,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It hurt my feelings because I'm like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
act like me.
Yeah.
And it hurt me because I'm like, I didn't think I act goofy, but I guess I do act kind of goofy. But that's who I am. That's my personality. But it's crazy because the very next school year, I was one of the most popular freshmen on the college campus. And that same girl wanted to be my friend.
Mm.
You know what? I always feel like when you're not comfortable in your own skin, you're gonna find a reason to nitpick somebody else because you're not comfortable being like that or something. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. That's why I just be you, unapologetic.
Be you. Be
Mhm.
you. Regardless of what anybody says. Just be
Yeah.
you.
'Cause
Period.
you don't have to perform for anybody to like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The people
If
that love
they
you, they
don't like you, screw them. They don't deserve to be in your life.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They don't
So
Absolutely.
that's
deserve to be in your life.
Elijah. Did you have something? I think you did.
Yeah, you said you like anime. What's your favorite anime?
So I would say my favorite anime is One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy.
That's
Ooh,
that's a good
good
one.
one.
Did you see the
One
new
Piece must be
Demon
so
Slayer?
long.
The movie, you saw it
Yeah.
already?
I didn't. My little
Did you?
brother went to see it, and he said it was great. I haven't seen it yet,
I
though.
was gonna see it last weekend, but I'm gonna probably see it like next weekend, probably.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
I gotta go check it out. But I heard it's
Have you
great. I
watched
think it's
all
really
the
good.
Demon Slayer?
I have not, but my little brother's been telling me for very long that I need to, and I heard it's short, so you can like watch it. I know I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it. Trust me.
But Tiara, since you know about anime, I didn't know about this because I'm not a big anime person like that. But if you count Sailor Moon, but I do love Sailor Moon. But Alice in Borderland, I think that's what it's called. Was that an anime?
I heard about that new. I think it's new. I haven't watched that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure if that was an anime though, because I
You have
see
to
it
tune in. You
live
gotta
action.
watch some anime. You gotta watch Hunter's X. I love Hunter's X
Mhm.
too.
Okay, okay, I've heard
You
of
gotta
that.
watch Baki Hammer. You gotta watch all
Oh,
this stuff.
Baki's great. Baki's great.
Don't tell me to watch Naruto. It's too long. I tried.
But that's so old. You gotta watch this
Yeah.
new stuff.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I
That's
One
get it.
that's
Punch Man.
from
One
when we
Punch
was
Man was good.
kids and we
Oh yeah,
called them cartoons. We didn't know the difference back then.
yeah, that's true. I mean, because I was a big Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z girly and stuff growing up watching those, but then all this other stuff, I don't know it.
You gotta watch this new stuff.
All right, I got to get
Uh-huh.
on it. She's putting me hip right now, so I'll
Yeah.
do it. All right. One thing we wanted to ask you also is like, who is a boxer that you look up to, whether it's female, male boxer? I mean, is there someone that's like an icon for you,
You mean retired or current? Current, right?
current or retired?
You-
Um, so I would say retired Layla Ali. I look up to Layla a lot. She's actually in the past several months been like a mentor to me. She's reached out to me on several occasions to
Oh,
make sure I've been okay, to see how my training has been for this fight. I'm not sure if you guys know that she's actually the one that awarded me my green WBC
I
belt
did
at the summit.
Yes.
I'm the only woman that she's ever awarded the belt to.
Oh my gosh, she's
That's
just making
amazing.
history here. Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm like, yeah. But as far as like current, I actually look up to Amanda Serrano. Ever since I was an amateur, she was one of the fighters that I aspired to be like. Like people don't understand it because we're in the same weight class, but who cares? You
Yeah,
know,
Mhm.
she was a pro. I was an amateur looking up to her. Just because I'm an amateur now and we're in the same weight class, what does that mean? I'm supposed to just say, "Oh, to hell with it," and not
yeah,
like her.
Yeah.
no.
Like no, she's
So
accomplished great things for women's boxing, right?
yes.
I mean, she's just knocked down so many barriers, right?
Mhm.
As far as all these women getting signed to MVP, who do you think did that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know,
Yeah,
it's a
and it's
lot
a
of people
great for the
that
sport.
talk the talk.
Yep.
They say that they say that they are for women's boxing, but they don't actually ever try to go out and help.
Yeah.
Amanda Serrano is the first female who actually made it her point to
Yeah.
get women signed and signed to get that bag. Not just she didn't stop when she got the bag. She could have. She
Yeah.
could
Mhm.
have. She could have said, "Hey, I got the bag. No one else needs the bag." She
Yeah.
could have
Mhm.
done that, but she didn't. She came back. She paid it forward. She made sure everyone else is getting the bag too.
Yes.
That
Yep.
is a role model.
Yeah.
That is an icon.
I swear, every single week I see a new woman being signed. I'm like, go ahead, go get it,
Yep.
go get it, please.
Hmm.
Yep. Make that money.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. You saw how
Absolutely.
they broke the record like this with the Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight. Like
Right.
how many views more than Canelo and Crawford. Like obviously
Yes.
there, but the fact that women are doing this is just honestly amazing because women always get slept on, whether it's the WNBA, underpaid, nobody cares about them. Same
Slept.
thing. You
Slept
know,
on.
so
And you
just to
know, it's sad that I will say this, Jake Paul, right?
yeah,
Everybody want to be hating on this man. Oh, he's a fake boxer. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Oh, he's blah 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 blah. I say, oh, so the fake boxer is the reason why all boxing is getting put back on the map. Oh, the YouTuber is the reason why all these women have been getting signed, getting paid all this money. Even though we have all these long-time boxing promoters who could have done this years ago, but y'all were saying there's no money in women's boxing. So how he doing it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
We
quickly
can't hate
too.
on
Quickly.
that. Yes, quickly. I mean,
Quickly.
there's
That's the thing that I don't get with people. Y'all are mad at this man, but y'all aren't mad at these boxing promoters who have been promoters for decades, who have never done this before.
Hmm.
Who,
so
since when did fighting come on Netflix?
I
Man,
love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I want to see
I
more fights.
love it.
I don't
me
want.
too.
Sometimes I can't afford the PPV. I'm sorry.
Cannot,
I can't.
cannot.
I can't.
Got to turn on that fire stick. Got to go to. You have to go to
Yes,
David Buster's. You know.
yes. Sorry. And
Hmm.
they just shut down Stream East and everything. They kind of screwed it up for me. So
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely. So I applaud.
yes, I applaud Jake, Amanda Serrano for what they're doing. I mean, it's great what they're doing for women's boxing, and they're
Yep.
getting the spotlight and the shine. So I'm all for it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And so, yeah, I mean, we're so happy that we had you here, and thank you so much for sharing. I mean, this was fun. Now we know what
Yes.
anime
Thank you so
to
much, Champ.
watch after you get off, and you're going to go train, and so But my final question is, do we see an upcoming fight pretty soon?
I need to call my promoter because I haven't spoke to him all week. So if it was up to me, I'll fight next week.
I already know you will. I know.
But I'm ready to go.
Listen, I'm ready to go, and it's crazy because my coach says I'm still in the mindset of being on Team USA, and it's been what you say 9 years almost. Yeah, I am because on Team USA we used to fight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday
Hmm.
in those big tournaments. So I'm used to that, and I'm still used to that, and I just love fighting. I want to fight.
Yeah, we need to see you collect all the belts. Let's see all the
All
Oh
things
the
you're.
man, that
belts.
would be amazing.
Yeah, because wherever you go, whether you go up or down, I mean, take over those divisions. I mean, we're definitely here supporting you, wishing you so much success in this journey. I mean,
See,
whether
and my coach, he wants me to go down because I like I'll weigh in at 24, and then he'll get mad. You can make 122. I don't want to go down to 22 and have your girl think I'm chasing her or something. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? Like, girl, I'm not looking for you.
but you know what fight I would love to see you take in that division though is Ellie Scottney though. I'm sorry, but like that's
Ellie Scottney is a dog
what I'm
mhm.
saying.
for sure. I kind of think we fight like each other for real.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's
Ah,
competition. So you can just go fight
I think
that.
our styles are the same. Yeah, I think our styles are the same.
would
But I
you
have so
fight the
many
woman?
friends at that weight class. That's why I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not going down there. I want to go up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to go up. I don't want no one to feel like, oh, you ducking the heavy hitters. I ain't ducking nobody. Dude, this ain't
Okay.
Donald Duck around here.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. Plus, trust me, we get you and Alicia on Netflix main event.
Oh God,
Netflix.
yeah,
Man, like
break the records.
Trying to get some money.
definitely would be there ringside for that fight.
For sure. For sure. But
Thank
I'll
you.
let you guys know if I hear of any fight news, you guys would definitely know about it.
Definitely,
Oh,
we'll
I
make sure to
appreciate
post
that,
them.
champ.
Yes,
Thank you for
thank
your
you
time
so much.
today.
For sure. Shout out
Alrighty,
you guys. And don't forget to get the CMOS from the CMOS Queen.
Oh, I'm
all
gonna be
right.
hitting you up for that.
Team
For
Queen,
sure.
Brown.
Thank you, guys.
Alrighty, have a great